Hi guys, um, welcome to vlog number 2, and this is kind of off the cuff, but I wanted to talk about um, depression and how I deal with mine. Um, I'm in no way a therapist or have no qualifications to be telling anybody else how to deal with theirs. This is only how I deal with mine. Um, as I said in the last vlog, I work from home, and working from home is difficult in a way most people don't understand. I think once you've been, in your room for a long time, working from home, you have everything you need in here. This is self-contained, comfort zone. And when my comfort zone before was my home, the route to the office, and my office, now it's a 120 square foot box, basically. I've been going to the gym. That helps. Hey guys, going to the gym. I got a challenge from my future daughter-in-law to the fitness app on the iPhone. You have your rings that you have to fill. She's challenged me on the for 7-day challenge for that. So first time in 2.5 months about that I've been to the gym. I'm here now. I'm in the parking lot. I'm sure this looks kind of funny, just me talking to myself in the parking lot. People probably trying to think that trying to convince myself to actually go in. But all right, here we go. When I go, I still have my headphones on. I've got noise cancellation on, and I'm focused on working out. That's it. So it's still really difficult for me to socialize with other people because it's just not part of my daily routine. It's not something that I have practice at. A lot of times, somebody who I really respect and a good friend of mine told me the hardest part about going to the gym is putting your shoes on. And that rings true more than he probably even knows, because think about this. When people say just go to the gym or just go do something, get out of your comfort zone, just go do that. Imagine sleeping in a really comfortable, queen-sized, squishy bed with a down comforter and nice fluffy pillows. You're waking up in the morning and it's warm, and it's a little cool outside the covers and you don't want to get out. And this bed is at the base of Mount Everest. And when people say just go to the gym, you're looking at opening the door and seeing the tallest mountain on the planet. That is what it feels like to come out of the comfort zone and go to the gym. It's people from the outside see it and it's like it's just a hill, and no, it's not. It's significant. So getting through that part, putting my shoes on, and coming out of getting out of my warmth and opening the front door and getting out in the cold is hard. That's harder than any of the workouts that I do at the gym. But doing it and going to the gym prepares me for the rest of the day, and in a way that I've already accomplished something outside of my comfort zone, because I go in the early morning. I'm done in the gym probably 7:30, and then I come home and I can face the rest of the day. It's a lot easier to face the day. I also understand that my depression is a roller coaster. There are highs and lows, and generally speaking, in the highs, it's easier to do something like that. I have more motivation, I have more energy. My mind is racing. So finding things that can occupy that even a little bit, and give me that small win matters, and when my mind is back at a low, it is really hard to do again. And awareness, I think, right now is the most important aspect of getting through this, is like knowing when my mind is at a high or my mind is at a low. That awareness matters the most, because then when you're aware of it, you know you have tools that can help you get through that spot, So working out has helped a lot. I was 2.5 months without going to the gym at all, and 6 months before that, every single day. And every morning I'd go and get that over with, and then come home and focus on the rest of the day. And then I got back down into that low, and for 2.5 months I couldn't get out of that. I feel like I'm back out of it now, and I'm back in a place where I can go back to the gym, but it's still a struggle. Just recently, I mentioned in the last vlog that I was going to California for work. I did that, and that was great. That was I got a lot accomplished. It was hard going though, because again, that's coming out of my comfort zone. I drove, and Eugene had a really bad ice storm the day I was supposed to leave. So I drove out just after the day after the ice storm, and Highway 5 was closed in one section, and I had to drive through Cottage Grove, and just power lines down everywhere. And I'm leaving for a week, leaving my wife and my dog here at the apartment in that situation, and going to California, where it's easier living there because the weather's not, it's not bad. It was nice in California. That made staying in California for a week difficult. I started to get into a low, because I was missing my comfort zone. I was missing my loved ones. Roxy, my dog, we didn't get her as an emotional support dog, but she very much is. I didn't know that I needed her until we found each other at PetSmart during an adoption. Every Saturday they do these adoption fairs. She's down here asleep. No, I won't wake her up right now. Oh, girl. I rearranged my office. That's one thing. That's what they say to do when you're depressed, is to change, change your environment so that it's not so familiar. And I did that. I moved. This used to be solid desk all the way across. Put that there, freed up some space. I'm making it, trying to be presentable as a background when I'm doing these videos too. That's the other thing. When I don't know if this is something that other people can relate to or not, but I get into a mode where when I'm into something, like I'm a photographer, and I as I'm starting to progress that skill set, I sabotage my own progress in ways that allow me to think I don't have the gear to do it, so why do it? Or I'm not ready for that yet, so it seems, and a lot of times the process of getting ready for something, if it's just me physically doing something to get ready, then I'll use another excuse saying I don't have the gear for it. This whole video thing started to fall into that because I was trying to use this as my main camera, and it'd be nice. I mean, it gives me a blurrier background. I can have all kinds of excuses why I'd like to use it. It's not practical. And I have an iPhone that works great. Sorry, I'll cut that out. I have the tools that I need to do a simple vlog and succeed in it, I think. But I convince myself that I don't. Whatever the gear at the time is, like I have this whole audio setup that I probably don't need, but I convinced myself that a quality audio is required, not just nice to have, but required for this to work. So, I couldn't do anything until I had this figured out. I couldn't do anything until I had the camera figured out. These are things that I would sabotage my own progress, and being aware of that gives me a tool that I can use to battle through it. That's why I've got my iPhone set up now. I did already had this microphone and the Tascam voice recorder, so I'm using it. I don't need a nice microphone boom, things that probably would make it easier, but aren't necessary for this for me to be able to do this. I guess, ultimately I need to get out of my own way. I know people say that a lot of times and they say it in jest, but I'm serious. I'm probably my worst enemy when it comes to progressing in something I have an interest in. I love photography. That's a big one. And for the longest time, I had a nice camera, but I wouldn't invest in lenses that were quality, because I felt like if I got that gear, then I would have to meet a standard to be worth that gear. So I continuously bought just inexpensive little lenses that made the whole thing harder to do. This is not a bad lens, by the way, but the lenses that were getting were vintage Olympus lenses that aren't made for this camera. I had to adapt them, and the autofocus was really slow. They're good lenses, but they weren't. They made the whole thing harder to do. And as a photographer, most photographers know this, the camera is just a tool. Big fancy cameras are the same. The end result is the same. It's just they have more features to make that end result easier to achieve. So if I have a camera that I love, it's very powerful. It has all the features that I could possibly need. It's my mind going again. I can name a few that I would like to have, but for the most part, it's a great camera. And I would sabotage myself by sabotaging the capabilities of the camera by getting older lenses. Now, eventually, I did buy some pro level glass from Olympus, and it's great. It really opens up what the camera can do. But it took me years, not because I couldn't afford it, because the amount of money I spent on multiple cheaper lenses could have bought the Pro Glass over and over. And I sold all of those older ones and bought two lenses that cover the from 12 millimeter to 150 millimeter in micro four thirds terms. And that was a big step, because I had to tell myself that I was worth it. For one, I don't have to be worth it. That is just it's something that I like. It's something that I want to progress in, and if I do, then I need to stop trying to take little shortcuts that will hinder my ability to progress. Same with the gym. When I go to the gym, and in the morning, I first do cardio, and then I start to lift, and it'll get to a point where if I start to see progress, I slow down. My mind is telling me, either I don't deserve that progress, or if I continuously progress, I have to answer to somebody about it or something. I don't know exactly why I do that, but I'm aware that I do that. And getting around that is hard. So that's how I'm still struggling dealing with it. So I don't have any answers. I know that people deal with depression in different ways. I do take a medication for it. It works. I've been taking it a long time, so it's a lot of times I'll maybe stop taking it because I can't tell if it's working or not. And then when I do, I fall into this depression again, and I've sabotaged myself again. So I find myself doing that over and over again, and I catch myself doing it. That's the key, I think, is being aware of that as my mentality, being aware that is what I do. And then when I start to do that, use the tools at my disposal to get out of that frame of thought. Anyway, I know it's a strange topic for a vlog, but that's what this vlog is about. It's my health, trying to become healthy, not just, stay in shape, because I'm not. I don't have any illusions that I'm in shape. I need to become healthy, and that's what this is about. It's my journey on doing that, and in the practice of doing that, I'm going to be taking adventures and exploring the state as it gets warmer. I'm excited about that. I got plans that falls into the same thing, though. I have all this gear for going camping and going overlanding and stuff like that, and I still haven't done it yet. I've done exploring up, in some BLM land, and found some amazing spots that I want to go revisit. In fact, I'm going to. That is a 3D printed tracker for astrophotography. It took me about 6 months to print and build that and get it working. It's a equatorial mount. It's fully automatic, so hook it up to the computer, tell it where you want to point to, and it will point to it. I found a spot in the BLM land that is in a Bortle 1 class sky, so it means there's no light pollution whatsoever. It's in the hills, so there would be above any kind of cloud layer. that's down. So, and I found a camp spot. I'll put some pictures right here of this place that it's amazing, and I think that it would be a good spot for some astrophotography. Unfortunately, right now we're in the rainy season, so I can't really test that theory, but soon it's gonna clear up, and that's one of the first places I want to go, and I'm gonna do a vlog from there while I'm setting that up and doing some astrophotography, getting the Milky Way, or I don't know if deep sky objects will still be visible when it clears up. It might just be Milky Way season, but you know, that'll still be pretty. So that's all I have right now. I'm probably gonna add some more to this before I publish it. You know, I think it was 3 weeks since the last vlog. I don't have an upload schedule for these. I think they're gonna be probably monthly for a while, and then during the month I'm gonna be recording what I do, or how I'm coping, or you know, whatever it is, and then I'll put that in the vlog at the end of the month. I think that is gonna be the format of this. So if you watched it and you made it this far, thank you. This is an experiment. I don't know how this is gonna go, how, you know, but this is one of those things that I try to talk myself out of doing by saying I don't have the right stuff or the right gear, and I need to do it. Just with what I have, I need to do it. And then as I keep doing this, I can justify additional gear as time goes on, you know. But right now, I have what I need to actually make a video. So that's all I need to do, is make a video. Okay, thank you for watching. Maybe I can introduce you to Roxy. This is Roxy. She's my emotional support animal. I love this dog. So, thank you for watching. Yeah. I will see you on the next one, or if I add more to this one. This one's already 22 minutes long, so this might be everything. I'm gonna put some post or some video of me at the gym. I'll put that in here. I got a dash cam of me going through Cottage Park and some of the stuff for the drive to California, so I'll put that in here. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Today's Friday, and until the next one, I will see y'all later.